Please stop doing that.
What? The noise.
Then talk to me. Conversation.
I can't.
What?
Take it anymore.
Okay. You know, she's gonna choose me.
I think you're actually right. Because in the end, I always end up alone. But I will still give my very best to make her choose my side, because I am worthy of that. Because I realized that I deserve more than what people made me believe.
Yeah, you should keep holding on to that. She's definitely gonna choose you.
No, because she's gonna choose me.
Hello?
Hello, is this the team sorting?
Yes, please come in.
Ah, okay. Sorry I'm late.
Please don't worry about that. It's something that happens to the best of us.
So, your name please. Aquarine_arts.
All right. As you know, you have to pick one team, either hers or mine.
Or mine.
Now, before you choose between the two of us, give us a chance to tell you a bit about our teams.
Oh, that's good, because I have no idea who to choose yet.
Yeah, that's totally fine. I'm
I actually
comedy
didn't
and
know that you were... Yeah, I'm glad that you're introducing yourselves, because I have no idea who to choose. I already said that.
I know that this moment will haunt you from now on, but don't let that break you.
So, I'm comedy, and I'd be delighted if you joined my team, because I just like to have fun. Good vibes, you get the concept.
I'm tragedy. It would be an honor if you joined my team. It will definitely be the right choice if you're someone who likes complex storylines, or if you're just someone who finds comfort in shared pain.
Again, you have to choose between her and me. She's not an option.
Oh, okay. I was just confused because I was told that there was actually 3 teams.
Who told you that?
Why should there be 3 teams?
Who knows? I think I do know why, actually. It's an anniversary. I completely forgot. So you are...
Who do you think I am?
Oh, I have it right here. You're a mystery.
Would you like to join my team?
Depends on what your team is all about.
You will find out.
She's gonna join my team anyway. I mean, this is literally a comedy skit that she wrote.
Her name is also Aquarine, which comes from water and the color aquamarine. And that both happens to be my theme. Have you made a choice?
I think I did, yeah. Perfect. Then, would you tell us, please? What do you think I'm gonna choose?
Hello. I recorded this in 32 degrees Celsius heat,
Indoors?
and if you think that that is not a lot, you haven't been in this kind of European heat.
If you didn't know, Europe is going through a massive heat wave, and our houses are not built for that. They're built to keep the heat inside, and most of us do not have ACs. I have hot glue stuck to my cutting mat, and it's not easy to get off, but right now it's just simply peeling off, because it's soft. And now let's get started. I am in Team Mystery, simply because I do not like tragedy and comedy as a theme, even though comedy is my favorite design of all of them, but it's just not really my vibe. Some people do not know what Artfight is, and to summarize it pretty quickly, it's basically an event where people are gifting art to other people. You're making art of other people's characters, and then that's an attack, and you gain points through that. It's a really, really fun event. Last year I also made a video about it, and if you haven't watched it already, I would suggest to watch it before you watch this video. You can find it right here, because in this video I'm adding a few fun facts about my OCs, and I also have 2 new OCs. And I have to make a break here because my camera is overheating. I like it if people have fun facts about their OCs, because you can like paint a lot of scenarios. And we're gonna start off with Lynn. Lynn is a classically trained piano player, and he loves cats, but cats tend to hate him. His friend Mace does not like cats, but cats tend to love him. I have already told you that he owns a shop, but he doesn't like customers, and sometimes he just sends people away and tells them that he is not selling anything and that this is just his workspace and not a shop. He likes to work with a lot of mechanical stuff, and sometimes things go wrong, so every now and then he gets arrested. And there was something called the pineapple incident, because he built some kind of machine that accidentally launched canned pineapple through his window and almost hit a bypasser. Almost. Fiona is a bit detached from the normal world. She grew up under a lot of pressure, and she also has to use her powers for the government, so
Yeah. And she wasn't really allowed to go out a lot. However, in the story, she got the opportunity to go shopping for breakfast because she was at Arinia's house and she just went there in her pajamas, barefoot, because she was able to. And she's really bad at swimming. Arinia, however, is really good at swimming. I already told you that there was a version of her with long hair, and that's not the same person. Well, it is, but kind of not. Imagine it like in a parallel universe. The story starts with... I have trouble speaking today. Oh my god. The story starts with Fianna meeting long-hair Arinia and then traveling across parallel universes. And short-hair Arinia is way less shy, but still shy, but long-hair Arinia has straight-up social anxiety. And both versions of Arinia own very weird shirts. She had a phase in her teenage years where she just printed a lot of things on shirts. For example, different species of fish and stuff like that. As you already know, Nerys has a lot of unusual pets, but they're also good with people. They befriend people very easily because they're very outgoing. And one time at a festival, they befriended an 80-year-old grandpa and they kind of became best buddies for the day. And one time Nerys managed to break onto Fianna's family property because Fianna wasn't allowed to go out and could not contact Arinia. And Nerys just appeared on Fianna's balcony in the middle of the night. Which leads us to Selena, because once Nerys was leaving the property again, Selena caught them and let them leave, because Selena's no monster. She's just very, should I say, brainwashed by her family. Yeah. Selena easily notices things. She has very sharp eyes, but she's not cruel. She's actually rather gentle. She's just cold. Then we have our beloved scientist Zack, who's kind of a big brother to Mace, but also kind of a father figure because he took him in very early in Mace's life because his parents were not it. And Zack's own parents weren't that good either, and they actually passed away when Zack was a teenager. And despite them not being good parents, he of course didn't want that. And if any of you are interested in drawing angst, some of his experiments went wrong and maybe his parents were too close by. And again, he didn't want that. That was not planned. It was an accident. One of his closest childhood friends and probably his only friend is Talon. Talon not only loves gardening and drawing and painting, he also loves cooking, especially with natural ingredients from his own greenhouse. And he likes to drink a lot of tea. He has like different kinds of tea for every occasion. Like, oh, you're feeling nauseous, maybe some peppermint tea. Yeah. I should drink! You should drink too. And last but not least, I hope I didn't forget anyone, we have Lydia. I've already told you that she owns a cafe with her partner, but you did not know that she's actually the brains behind this entire cafe. Her partner's helping her, but Lydia had this vision that she kind of brought to reality. And it was her dream to make the cafe. And she also had a big sister that sadly passed away, but her big sister was an ability user, just like Fianna, Lynn, Talon, and Selena. She was very close to her sister, and in the process of grieving, she met her nowadays wife, Miri. This is the second time that I have to stop the recording because I put one of these cooling gel packs on the camera with this rubber band and it started melting. It doesn't even matter if I close the shades. The heat just keeps coming from everywhere. Yes. 31.9 degrees. We got 2 more today. Woo! The entirety of Germany has cooled down except for the south. While some parts of Germany have 21 degrees Celsius now, we have 34, which is a 13 degrees Celsius difference. Sie fix noch einmal. Was soll denn das, ha? Ich zieh noch in den Ohren, ich sag's euch. Alright, I have decided to leave the ventilator, the fan, behind the camera on, and you can probably hear it on the microphone, so I'm sorry if you're hearing the noise in the background. Miri, or Mirella, but only Lydia calls her that, is the co-owner of the Nautilus Tavern. That's what the cafe is called, actually. She's very supportive of her wife, but unlike Lydia, she's not as reserved. She's pretty fierce and extroverted, but she's also nice. She's nice to the people that are nice to her. And if someone's not that nice to her friends, she can become a bit angry. She doesn't like Lynn, for example. She would also not like Selena, but she doesn't even know her. She has wavy hair that's kind of honey blonde that fades into pink. And if you look really closely, she has some glittery pink hair strands. Her eyes are blue, but around the irises, they're a bit green. My other new character has nothing to do with all the other characters, because she's my very first D&D character I started playing this year. Her name is Vaya, and she's a half-elf wizard. Her alignment is true neutral, because I have no experience in playing D&D and I have no idea what the I'm doing, but I managed to work out a pretty cool backstory with our DM. The DM invented most of the cool stuff. I gave him a really raw, basically blank character. Vaya is from a small, snowy mountain village, and she's born into a family of sorcerers as the only one with no magic. Sorcerers in D&D are born with magic. The village is located in the Valley of Roses. Roses of all different colors grow there. The residents of this village get their magic through the roses, and their hair color always matches the color of the rose that they get the magic from. For example, if you have red hair, you're gaining your magic through a red rose. And the only color that can't be found is blue. Blue roses are not a thing. And Vaya has blue hair. And she's actually the only one in the entire village with no magic. So she's always been kind of an outcast. And that is why she decided to start teaching herself magic and become a wizard. Wizards gain their magic through knowledge, like they learn it through books. And she started to gather all the information and spells that she could get, mostly from traders that visited the village. But someday in her mid-20s she realized that she wasn't getting any further, so she started traveling. And the first step was to actually earn some money. So naturally, she started taking on quests. And one night, in a tavern, she took on her biggest quest yet. She joined a group of strangers who would then become her allies. Oh, it's actually working. The camera is not that hot. Now, all that happened before the first session. And then we played a few sessions, and one day we saved a burning town. And the mayor invited us to have dinner in his mansion. Now, in the hallway of this mansion, Vaya noticed a painting of a blue rose, and naturally she asked the mayor about the painting. He then told her that there's some kind of legend surrounding a blue rose, who's apparently found somewhere underground, but no one is able to get near because it's protected by some kind of magic. Of course, Vaya convinced her companions to visit this location, and once they had arrived there, they realized that they had to descend into the Underdark. And if you do not know anything about the Underdark, it's a vicious place with a lot of mushrooms. One of our companions got addicted to spores, by the way. And at some point they arrived at a cave entrance, and it was completely shrouded in magical darkness, which means you cannot see anything. But still we managed to pass right through, only to find ourselves in the lair of a green dragon. And it was completely shrouded in thorny vines. There was two kinds: green vines and blue vines. And the blue ones parted their way for Vaya. Then in the distance there was a marble palace. And in the middle of this palace there was a rose. A 200-meter tall blue rose. And it was closed. It was not open, it was closed. Long story short, the green dragon was friendly towards our group. And he's waiting for someone like Vaya for a very long time, because he's protecting the rose, just like his ancestors before him, because they're waiting for someone to connect themselves to the rose. And I did that. Vaya did that. She offered a bit of her blood, and suddenly the rose opened a little bit. And in return, she got abilities that only sorcerers have. Now, she has to come back every now and then to offer more of her blood, so the rose can one day open completely. And she's also gaining abilities, so it's a win-win situation. I have some fun facts about her, because there's an inside joke that happened before I was able to cast Fireball, because my members were teasing me that we need a Fireball right now, but I was not able to learn that spell yet. And then when I reached level 5 and learned Fireball, they kept going. They're still pretending that I cannot cast Fireball. It's quite funny, actually. I started counting Fireball jokes. Actually, there was one session where they joked about it 109 times in one session. Oh, and Vaya is also the group leader, which says a lot about the group, because Vaya herself is quite... her alignment is true neutral, and most of the time she doesn't care if her party members do anything problematic. Vaya has dark blue hair and an underlayer of white hair, because I think it looks cool. She has ice blue eyes and an icicle earring, which is her arcane focus. Wizards use that to channel their magic through. And since she visited the rose, she also has this blue rose staff. There's only one more thing I need to say, a few things I need to say about this year's coordination. Last year and the year before, when people attacked me, when they made art of my OCs for me, I asked all of them for permission if I can include their attacks in my videos, because people invested a lot of time and of course I want to share it. Now for this special case I will not ask for permission anymore, simply because all of you, 100% of people agreed last year, and if you're deciding to attack me, you probably don't have problem with your art being shared. Of course I will give full credits, no questions asked. And if you want to attack me, but do not want your attack to be shared, you have to tell me, please. I will ask for permission if I'm attacking you, because you do not know if I'm attacking you. And if you do not give me permission to show your OCs in my videos, they will not appear here. Second thing, last year I showed my process, and then in between the process I shared attacks that I received. This year I will not be doing that, simply because I did not expect the sheer number of attacks. But all the attacks that I receive will get their very own video, and I will make it after Artfight is over, because I want to take all the time that I have to appreciate the art that I got. Of course I appreciated it last year as well, but I felt a bit rushed, and it's gonna be way better if I split it. So in the main videos I'm only gonna concentrate on making art. Let me tell you what you think about this decision. Because the downside is that people will not get as much exposure as they did last year, because people found other artists through my video. And if I post your attacks when Artfight is over, you can maybe attack them next year, but that's, you know, that's a long time in the future. So I encourage you, if you attack me, if you want to attack me, to also look through the other attacks of other people that attacked me. And maybe you'll find some artists that have OCs that you want to draw. Prioritize the people that haven't received a lot of attacks, because I have received a lot. And there's people that get none all year. And that's quite sad, which doesn't mean that you shouldn't attack me. I appreciate it a lot. And if I can share your art with more people, I'll gladly do it. And yeah, I think that's about it. If I forgot anything, I will add it later on. Before I end the video, I can only encourage you to write your profile in the comments. Tell us a bit about your OCs, tell us what you like to draw, or if you have any special kinds of attacks that you do. People get really creative, I love to see it. I have bookmarked not a single character this year yet. I'm still open to look at a lot of profiles. Thank you for watching, have a nice day, evening or night, drink water and move slowly. See you when Artfight starts.